Hello there, lovely. So this is your pick a card reading, yes or no, for any question that you have. So today we're doing a pick a card reading, and we're also going to do an all sign reading for you at the end. So please do check out your all sign reading, so your sun, moon and rising sign, just to make sure that they do resonate with you. When we do go into each of the readings, both the all signs and the pick a card, we're going to have a few resonation cards just to make sure that you are connecting to the reading today. If you're not feeling like connecting it, please watch it all the way through, as there might be a little bit of an extra spirit message in there for you, even if it's not the kind of one you expected. Sometimes they use these videos as a way to kind of get a message through to you that you might not already hear, or you might not have heard otherwise. So we're going to get started, and we're going to get, for each of these piles here, some charms, some gemstones, and also some dice. So we're going to start first with the dice. So these are just to help you to pick the pile and to feel which one is resonating with you. So pile 1 here, we have got this black and grey roll down, and we have actually got a natural 20. Pile 2 here, we have got this black and white one. I just wanted to say the world is not always black and white with pile 2. The world is not always black and white for pile 2. We have got a 9. For pile 3 down here, we have got this white and green one here. We have got an 8. And lastly, the one down the bottom here, we have got this black and green one. And that is a 14. So we've got a 14 there. Get you some gemstones. I feel like pile 1, we're going to get this gemstone here. Pile 2, I feel like we're going to go for this green one at the back here with a pentacle. Pile 3, I feel like we need this ball that's over here. And pile 4, I'm going to say pile 5, pile 4, we're going to get this big chunk of rose quartz here for you. We're also going to get some letters as well. So this is my big bag of charms, my big massive bag of charms. We're going to get some charms for you now. So pile 1, we have got, that always looks like an M, but it is a W. Take it as an M if you want to take it as an M though. We've got an I. Pile 2, we have got a G, and we've got an I. Pile 3, we have got an E. Ooh, just almost knocked that over. And an I. And pile 4, we have got an E, and we have got an O here. We can get another charm for you all as well. So we have got here this little sign, it says wish for pile 1, wish. And for pile 2, you have got this little jelly or gummy sweet, a green jelly or gummy sweet. One thing I want to say is some of you might like the hotel, the Hotel Dracula one, where it's a Hotel Transylvania one, where there's that big green blobby monster thing. Like, you might like stuff like that, or you might like animation or kids films. That's what I'm getting drawn to with that. Pile 3, we have got the unicorn. I absolutely love unicorns. It's got a little blue mane as well. Possibly like you're somebody that likes the song Do You Believe in Magic in a Young Girl's Heart, or possibly just somebody who is obsessed with magic. And we have got, for pile 4 here, we've got some strawberries in a glass. One thing I want to say is I almost wanted to say those were watermelon. They're not watermelon, but The song that popped in my head was the Harry Styles one, Watermelon, Sugar High, you know, that one. So some of you might be feeling a little bit addicted to somebody right now romantically, or feeling that draw towards them romantically right now, like the song has. So pick whichever one you feel drawn to the most now. And as always, please do check out your all sign reading as well, as it's going to be at the end, and you can feel free to pick either a different question or a different question for each of your sun, moon and rising, or if you need some extra confirmation, please do check those out as well. Hello there, lovely. This is your pile 1 reading. So if you pick this, oh, this is rolled over. It's a natural 20. Either roll down dice, a Magic the Gathering roll down dice. So like, it doesn't have a 20 on it. It just has a symbol. But you've got 20 here. We've got the Charm Wish. So some of you might be like really needing a wish right now. That's the song I'm getting in my head. If you know that one from like the 90s, I really need a wish right now. It talks about airplanes and that, yeah. So we've got that one there. We have got this little reddy orange gemstone, chakra gemstone as well. We've got a W and an I, and the numbers on those are a 4 and a 1. So we're going to get your resonation cards to begin with, to make sure that you are connecting to this reading, that you are resonating with this reading. If you feel like it's not for you, please listen to the end, as sometimes Spirit uses this as a way to kind of get messages that you wouldn't normally hear through to you. So do listen, as there might be something you need to take away from it, or you need to hear from it. But please feel free to go and check out one of the other picker cards if it's not resonating, or go and check out your all sign reading at the end. So, but there's many other piles you can pick through if you don't feel like it's resonating. So, how are you feeling about this situation right now? How are you personally feeling about this situation? Feeling quite insecure. I want to move forward. I want to progress in life. I want to move forward. It's almost like this circle of like, I'm feeling anxious, but I want to move forward. I'm feeling anxious, but I want to move forward. I'm feeling anxious, but I want to move forward. And you're kind of going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth with that. So you are kind of stuck a little bit in the cycle right now, wishing to be free. With the reverse of the Tower card here, there is stagnation, unfortunately. And I do feel like you're working hard at that to try and clear out the stagnation, but every time you try something, it's not like it's failing, it's just like lack of movement. Things aren't pushing, things aren't moving. You do have some good communication here though. You are good at communicating, you are keeping the lines of communication open. And I feel like this is more you than anything, like you're choosing to keep the lines of communication open. You're working hard at communicating, you're working hard at trying to make this progress. So it's definitely not from lack of you trying, but there is a slowdown here. So what do you actually need to know about your question though? What do you need to know about your yes/no tarot question? What do you need to know about your yes or no question? Somebody is going to take action, or there is action going to happen, going to occur. I feel like over the next few months for many of you. But with the reverse of the Two of Pentacles here, there is this like hyperfixation, hyperfocus here. Like hyperfixation, hyperfocus. And I feel like more than anything, this is like them being hyperfixated or hyperfocused on getting other things sorted. So whoever else is involved in this question, they are kind of dealing with a hyperfixation or a hyperfocus of where do I need to go from here? What do I need to do from here? So there is this stagnation because of this. Like they can't really progress in the manner that they would necessarily want to, because they feel like they are a little bit stuck. So I do feel like this is legitimately like a little bit outside of what they can really get done. So they are a little bit stuck. I don't feel like it's like realistically their fault. Like there is an issue here of feeling stuck, feeling like I can't really progress. But I feel like that's because I hyper-focused on trying to get other things sorted as well. But there is going to be progression though, so don't worry about that. Don't worry about it staying stuck forever. The issue is they're not really taking this seriously right now, so whoever else is involved in this question, or what other energies around this, energies outside your control or people outside your control, are not taking this very seriously. And what is hidden really is that it's stuck. It is stuck, but what is hidden is the fact that they are trying to move forward with other things right now. So this is almost a case of somebody isn't really taking this very seriously right now. They're not really taking what needs to get done or what needs to be progressed forward with seriously right now. And realistically, they need to kind of focus on both. But I feel like once they do stop hyper-focusing on whatever they're trying to achieve, whatever they're trying to do, they will be able to come towards you. But I don't feel like they're there yet, which is the problem. I don't feel like they're there yet. So we're going to go on to your actual answer though. So is the answer to the question that you're asking about a yes or a no? Is it a yes or is it a no? So I do feel like it's a yes. I do feel like it's a yes here. There is an issue with communication though, but there is progression forward here. It is being manifest, and I do feel like it is a yes, especially with the 9 of Pentacles here and the reverse of the Page of Swords. I do feel like this is a yes, and I feel like more than anything, this is almost like saying, yes, this is progressing forward. Yes, this is moving forward, but there is going to be communication issues on the way. Like, there is going to be this slowdown on the way. So don't feel like it's going to stay in this stagnation forever. Because I feel like that's your biggest fear right now is I'm afraid, I'm fearful that it's going to stay like this forever. Or it's always going to be like this. And that just simply isn't true. You know, it's going to progress forward. It's going to continue on. But you have to understand that sometimes these things do take their time. As irritating and annoying as that is, you know, it does take its time. But as always, you always have the free will and the ability to be able to control your reality and be able to shape your future however you wish. So if you do want to claim this reading, just type 1111 in the comment section down below. Or if you want to reject this, just comment that you reject this. And you can always push forward in the whichever direction you want, because you do have the power. You have the power to change things. But please do go and check out now your all-sign reading to give you a little bit more of an insight, or even for a different question completely. Hello there, my lovely. So this is your yes or no pick a card reading. So we're going to start off going through these charms and the gemstones. So we have got here on the dice, on the roll down, we have got a number 9. We have got this little green jelly, a little green jello. Yeah, some of you might actually be drawn to this because you like either cartoon films or kids films, particularly because I got drawn to this as a hotel in Transylvania, you know, like the big green blob monster thing that there is in it. It kind of reminded me of that. Or some of you might just like, you know, sweets, jellies, that kind of thing. And we've got here, we have got this green gemstone here with a pentacle on it, so some of you might be feeling a little bit like they need protection at this time. And we have got here the G and the I, so G and an I here as your letters, and the G is number 2 and the I is number 1. So we're going to get your resonation cards now. So if you don't feel like you're resonating with this is just to check if you're connecting with this, if you're resonating with this. Please listen to the end, as sometimes Spirit uses these readings as a way for them to kind of get messages to you that you wouldn't normally hear. So sometimes there might be something else important in this reading that you need to hear, that you need to know right now. So as always, you can always check out one of the other piles that I have here if you don't feel like it's resonating with you. I've also got at the end your all sign readings, so please do check those out as well. either for a different question or just to get some confirmation, and they will have some resonation cards as well. So, how are you feeling right now? How are you feeling about this situation right now? Or this question right now? How are you feeling about this question right now? A little bit heartbroken, a lot of anxiety. Straight off the bat, this is heaviness in my chest. This heaviness, this anxiety, this fear, like a lot of heaviness here for you right now. A lot of heaviness and anxiety for you. And with the King of Pentacles here, I feel like you're focused in on almost like career and finances right now. Like, I don't want to deal with this question, I don't want to deal with this answer, so I'm going to focus on my career and finances and just try and make the best of a hard time, or make the best of a stressful situation or a stressful time. So I do feel like here there is this element of sadness and feeling a bit betrayed, a little bit heartbroken, but you're still trying to work hard, which is good. You're still trying to progress yourself. You're still trying to do something positive with your life. So although things are a little bit draining for you right now, I feel like you're still trying to push onwards, still trying to battle on. You are a little bit emotionally stagnant about this right now, as in you're closing yourself off a little bit emotionally right now because it has been so overwhelming and so difficult. With the Ten of Pentacles here though, I feel like your finances are starting to kind of improve a bit, and that's kind of relieving some pressure for you. But there's definitely this element here of sadness and betrayal underneath it all that you're still kind of struggling with, that you're still processing through. So we're going to go on to now to see, is there anything you need to know about this question? Is there anything you need to know at all about this question? I feel like some of you might be losing your voice a little bit, as in like you're losing your sense of your voice, your way you can kind of express yourself, the way you can talk to others. You're kind of getting more nervous, tripping over words, getting more nervous. And with the Nine of Cups here, it is leading to a lot of insecurity, it is leading to a lot of this fear. So I do feel like there is a lot of fear and anxiety here around it. More than anything here with the Four of Wands in reverse, I feel like you're not really on the right path right now. I feel like there needs to be some alterations in your life, some like changing of pace or changing of location or just changes in general to be able to give you this happiness and give you this momentum forward. So yes, you are a bit stagnant right now and you need that kind of momentum, you need that change, that shift to start building things up and start moving you towards your dreams, towards your goals, towards where you need to go from here, that kind of thing. So there is that element here of, you know what, I need to take a step back and I need to find my enjoyment, I need to find my pleasure again. But what about your answer? Is it actually a yes or is it a no? Is the answer to your question actually a yes or is it a no? Is it a yes or is it a no? Please remember though, you always have the power to reject this or accept this by just commenting down below, 1111, I accept this, or I reject this. So we have got the Queen of Swords here. I do feel like this is a no. I feel like it'd be lack of value to your life. So I do feel like this is a no. It'd bring lack of value, lack of appreciation. It's almost like if this was to occur, it would kind of be draining for you. It wouldn't be for your highest good. Like, it'd be kind of draining. It'd be kind of more like you'd be trying to get everything in place. You're trying to get everything set up. And I feel like it make you feel very unsure of yourself, very scared about yourself. So I do feel like this is a no, but I feel like this is almost like a blessing in disguise. Like sometimes we get no's in life in order to shift us towards what we really deserve or what we really desire. So this is like a no, so you can get what you really choose, you can break free from this and you can go into a whole new direction. So do take it as a blessing in disguise if you don't want this to happen. You know, see this as a blessing, you know, because I feel like this is really going to help you shift towards the positive. But as always, please do check out your all sign reading as well, as it might give you more clarification, or you can always ask a different question as well. But please do take care, and I will see you in the all signs. And as always, feel free to accept or reject this. Hello there, my lovely. This is your pile 3 reading. So here we have got your gemstones, your dice, and your charms and your letters. So we're just going to go through them quickly. So we have got here the 1, which is your number. We've got this little ball here, gemstone here, which is your gemstone. We've got the unicorn here. Some of you, if I drop the unicorn, some of you might be drawn to the unicorn because you like unicorns. Others of you, it's more a symbol of that either you believe in magic, or you're obsessed with magic, or you like the song Do You Believe in Magic in a young girl's heart. So we've got the unicorn there, and we've got the letters E and I, and those are both 1-1 for the numbers. And we're going to go into it now. So these are going to be your resonation cards. If you do feel like you're not resonating with it, please watch the end, as there might be some extra messages that you need to hear, because sometimes Spirit does use these readings as a way to kind of get messages to you that you wouldn't otherwise necessarily hear. So if you do feel like you're not resonating with it, please go and check one of my other piles, either 1, 2 or 4, or go and check out your all sign reading, which is going to be at the end of the video. You can also use the all sign reading as a way to get an extra question in your reading, an extra question as you go forward. So we're going to get started in a second. So how are you feeling about this situation right now? How are you feeling about your question right now to help you resonate with the reading? Bit negative right now. I feel like you feel like you're not manifesting. Like part of you is saying, I know I'm not manifesting. It's not even just I feel like I'm not manifesting. Like, oh, I know I'm not manifesting. I know I'm not progressing forward the way I should be. I know I'm not continuing on. We've got a cat in the frame. Usually when the kitty cat comes in, it's usually a sign that you need some upliftment, especially if you're stuck into the whole I'm not manifesting anything, I'm not creating anything. Spirit does send animals to help us to get upliftment and help us to find happiness. So know that they are trying to send you upliftment at this time, because you're kind of stuck in this mind pattern of I know I can't manifest, or I know I'm not manifesting, that kind of negative mindset, negative thought cycle. Communication is definitely an issue right now here for you. I feel like you feel like other people are cutting you off with communication, but I feel like also you are, if you're being honest here, cutting yourself off a little bit from communicating. And I feel like you need to connect a little bit more through meditation to connect to Spirit and be able to just relax and be able to actually be able to contact others and actually learn how to reach out to others, because connecting and talking is a bit of a difficulty right now for you, I feel like. But what do you need to know about this question right now? What do you need to know about the question? What do you need to know about your question right now? There is honestly lack of communication right now, and this is to kind of stop you from having too much of an emotional reaction. I feel like the issue here is that it needs to be pushed aside. Things need to be pushed aside a little bit, and I feel like this is kind of the reason why you're not getting communication about it, and the communication has slowed down, is because any communication you got through right now would feel a little bit overwhelming and feel a little bit like you couldn't really process what you were hearing or what was coming through. So there is an element here of like, this is to help you to process and help you to be able to deal with what is going on. Anything else you need to know about it? You are stuck right now. Don't beat yourself up about this. I feel like that some of you are like, well, maybe if I did this better, or maybe if I did this instead of this, it'd be so much better. So there is an element here of like being pushed away, being like kind of worried about you're not doing enough, but I feel like you are. I feel like this is almost like the universe is a little bit outside your control right now, so you are having a little bit of difficulty of being able to kind of push it on and push it in the right direction, because it is slightly out of your reach right now. It is slightly out of your reach. But what is the answer to your question though? This question that you have, is it a yes or is it a no? Is it a yes or is it a no? I feel like it's a not at this time. I feel like it's a not at this time. I feel like eventually it will be a yes, but at this particular moment, at this particular time, no. Sometimes this happens. Sometimes we get a no and then we get a yes later on. For example, just an example here. You might be wanting to date somebody and they say no at first, and then 6 months later they come back and ask you out. Or you might want a certain job at a certain place and then they say no, and 6 months later they offer you the job, that kind of thing. Sometimes it's more a matter of timing than anything. So although I do feel like this is a no at this time, I feel like it will end up transitioning to a yes. But as always, you can always change your reality and change your existence. You do have that power, you do have that ability, as much as you might feel like you can't manifest right now. But feel free to either claim or reject this reading. Either type in the comments down below, 1111 I claim this, or type in that you reject this to let the universe know that you're rejecting or accepting this reading. And as always, please go and check out your all sign reading, as it might help you out a little bit more, give you a little bit more clarity, and also give you a extra question if you want an extra question answered. Hello there, lovely. This is your pile for your yes or no reading. We're going to go through each of your charms and get some resonation cards to begin with, so that you know this reading is for you and you know that the answer is for you. So if you do feel like during the resonation cards that you're not really vibing with it, you're not really resonating with it, please check out my other piles that I have on this reading, or check out your all sign reading as well, as there might be extra questions or extra answers in there. But please watch the whole way through this one, as sometimes Spirit uses it as a way to kind of get messages through to you that you normally wouldn't see or you normally wouldn't hear. So although you might not be resonating with it, there might be some other message that you needed to hear from this reading, or some other message that they wanted to push through to you. So we have got here as your number, we've got 14, which is the black and green dice. We have got a little rose quartz here. We have got this here, which is a little strawberries, little strawberry drink, almost like a little strawberry daiquiri with little strawberries here. We've got an E and we've got an O as your letters, and both of those are 1 and 1. So we're going to get these resonation cards now to see how are you feeling right now, just so you can connect with the reading and you can feel if you resonate with it. So how are you feeling at this time? So it feels like you feel quite a little bit lonely, a little bit like you're in the hermit mode, a little bit like you're disconnecting from people, a little bit lonely, but you are connecting with people, you are with people. And I feel like here with the Strength card, you feel like you really have this strong connection, you really have this strong connection with them. One thing I would say though is with the 10 of Pentacles here, I feel like you're focusing more on your growth. Not just monetary growth, but yes, a little bit of monetary growth, but your growth in general. You're more focused on that right now, because although you are lonely, and I feel like you are alone a little bit right now, you are being in the hermit mode, you are feeling like that you are disconnecting from the world and letting go from the world. One thing I would say is I do feel like you have a lot of obligations right now to take care of, so it's not like you're not busy, put it that way. You are busy, you are busy, you're busy as a beaver. So there is an element here of I'm really busy, I'm trying to get things done. There's a lot to get done, there's a lot to go through. And I feel like more than anything right now, you need to kind of understand that you are just moving forward through this and you're progressing through this. How do we kind of go from here? How do we move forward from here? And I do feel like this is you wanting to reconnect with people, but you do have a lot on your mind right now, and you are kind of a little bit disconnected by not necessarily your choice, but others around you as well. But what do you need to know about actually this question though? What do you need to know about this question though? There's definitely some blocks to your manifestations. Some of you might feel a little bit like somebody's rained on your parade, or somebody's kind of ruined things for you. Like there's an element here of like I need to sort things out, I need to clean things out, I need to deal with things, like you know, that kind of thing. Feeling a little bit like somebody raining on your parade. And I do feel like this is coming from lack of action or lack of movement forward, on top of the fact of you having to juggle a lot of things. So this is definitely like, I'm very busy, like I feel like somebody's always raining on my parade. And I feel like particularly around this question that you're asking, like you feel like always things go a little bit off kilter, or that somebody always like comes in and messes things up, or things always mess up a little bit. So there is a little bit of element here of like feeling a little bit off kilter, feeling a little bit lost here. So bear that in mind. There is a feeling a little bit of like feeling like you are lost, or you're not really kind of progressing forward in the kind of direction you would necessarily like to, if that makes sense. So we're going to go on now to your answer, but please bear in mind that with any reading, you always have the power to change your destiny. The universe is not set in stone. So if you really do not like the answer, you can always reject it or accept it to help yourself to manifest it and push it forward in the opposite direction. So, is the answer to your question though a yes or a no? Is the answer to your question a yes or a no? I do feel like it is a yes, but I feel like you might have to go a little bit off track or in a little bit of a different direction than you expected. So there might be this like having to try and get things in order first, so there might be a little bit of delay around it, but I feel like this is a yes though. There's almost like something else you need to sort out about it or sort out around it first, but it does feel like it's a yes, and it's helping you to kind of push forward and keep on continuing onwards. I just feel like there is a little bit of element here of like things are a little bit out of kilter or out of sync a little bit, so bear that in mind. But please do either accept this or reject this by commenting down below, and go check out your all sign reading as well, as there may be some more messages that you need to know in there, or you can always choose a different question as well. Hello there lovelies, this is your all sign reading, so pick your sun, moon or rising sign, whichever one you feel drawn to the most, and we're going to do some resonation cards to begin with to make sure this is the reading for you, so please do check them out. So we're going to start off with Aries. So Aries, how are you feeling about this situation or this question right now? Feeling like you're in control, you're in leadership, you're moving forward, you're getting progress. Almost like bam, 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 bam. I'm really energized right now. I'm really energetic right now. I'm really kind of pushing forward. With the High Priestess here in reverse though, I do feel like there is an element here of a little bit of self-doubt coming in, because things are moving so quickly. It's not really giving you the time to kind of really kind of understand how to kind of process forward or how to go forward. But is this a yes or is this a no though? I do feel like this is going to be a no, but I feel like it's going to be a no because of your choices or your decisions. And the reason why I say this is you could very easily turn this into a yes, but it's almost like you're going to choose to walk away from this, or you're going to choose to say no to this. So you're going to choose to influence and fluently influence this question. So although it is a no, you could very easily kind of transform this and actually move towards what you really want. I do feel like it's on the verge of a yes though, and I feel like it's just up to your decisions. And the reason why I can't say it's a yes at the moment is because you're choosing to walk away from this, or you're choosing to push this away. So this can turn very, very easily into a yes if you choose to go towards it, if you choose to continue on. It's almost a little bit of like choosing to give up halfway, or choosing to go into a different direction. But this is definitely a choice to head towards a no. It's definitely a choice to kind of go in the other direction, that kind of thing. So we're going to move on now to Taurus. So Taurus, how are you feeling about this right now? You're making a decision for yourself. You're taking control. You're making the decision for yourself. But it feels like you're choosing to kind of like disconnect a lot from this. With the reverse of the Knight of Swords here, this is because you don't really want to take action straight away. With the Ace of Pentacles here though, I do feel like there is an element here with the Ace of Pentacles that you're choosing to kind of talk to continue on. I do feel like this is a yes. So I feel like almost like you're choosing to kind of deal with this, and you're choosing to continue on and choosing to move forward. But I do feel like this is a yes for you, Taurus. So I'm going to move on now to Geminis. Geminis. How are you feeling about this situation right now? You're thinking about, or the question you're thinking about? A lot of insecurity here. Feeling insecure, feeling a little bit stuck here, feeling a little bit out of place. I do feel like this is going to be a yes though. So although you're dealing with a lot of insecurities, a lot of feeling like you don't belong or you're out of place, I do feel like this is a yes, and I do feel like this is heading towards the right direction, or heading in the right direction for you. So I do feel like this is a yes, Geminis. Cancers. So Cancers, how are you feeling about this situation right now, Cancers? How are you feeling about this situation? So Cancers, I do feel like here that you're feeling like you almost like you're burnt out. Like, it's not through not wanting to work. I feel like you have a lot of ideas, you have a lot of designs, and you have been working really hard, but you are a little bit burnt out here, Cancers. Like, you've been burning the candle at both ends. You've kind of just exhausted yourself really badly. So there is a lot of exhaustion here, and a lot of feeling like, you know what, I'm not really sure if I continue on, if I can continue on. There's so much exhaustion here. And I feel like it's leading to a bit of stagnation here and wanting to disconnect from the world. But how about your answer? Is it yes or is it no? I feel like it is a yes, but it's like almost like a no that turns into a yes. So there's almost like some issues getting off the ground, or some issues to start with. So it's like almost like it starts out as a no and then transforms into a yes. But I do want to say this is a yes, but there's almost like some transformation here, or some problems or issues to begin with it at first, and then you have to continue on, and then you have to push forward. So Cancers, that was your reading, Cancers. So Leos, how are you feeling about this question right now? How are you feeling about this right now? You're definitely in the mindset here of you're overcoming your sadness. And although you haven't overcome your problems, like, and I do want to use that term, like, you're overcoming your sadness, but you're not overcoming your problems yet. there is still problems and issues surrounding you that are a little bit outside your control, but you're trying to work through them. But you're finding a way to be happy, even though you're dealing with this sadness, even though you're dealing with this, you're finding a way to be happy. And it's helping you deal with your insecurities so you can find that happiness, so you can start enjoying life again. What about your question though? Is your question a yes or is it a no? Is your question a yes or a no? I do feel like it is a yes here, especially with the Queen of Pentacles. Like, you're getting some security coming in. Yes, it will take some hard work. Yes, it is going to be quite draining. But I do feel like it is a yes in the end. It's just going to be a lot of hard work or a lot of draining energy around it. So you're having to kind of work through, you're having to plow through these troubled waters a little bit longer and a little bit more. So we're going to go on now to Virgos. Ooh, Virgos, how are you feeling about your question right now? How are you feeling about this question right now? How are you feeling about this question right now? Or how are you feeling right now as well? You feel like this question is offering you a lot to your world, like it could offer you a lot. But you feel very overburdened, you feel stressed, you feel overburdened. You're making good progress though. This is like you taking charge, being large and in charge, and taking control of things, taking charge of things, particularly around your career or finances right now. You're definitely starting to take control of your life in general around your career and finances. And this is helping you to kind of push forward. I do feel like there is an element here of being distracted or feeling very distractible right now, which is a little bit of an issue here of being distracted or feeling distractible. So, but is it a yes or is it a no? I just want to get these out of the way for a second, Virgo, because I almost feel like you're clearing that away. Is the answer to your question a yes or a no? Is the answer to your question a yes or a no? I do feel like it is a yes. You're having to clear away these issues, the troubles in your life first. So you're having to deal with that first. But I do feel like this is a yes in the end. And that's one of the reasons why I felt the need to remove the cards. You're clearing away, you're clearing out old energy, you're clearing out bad energy. And you're heading forward and you're heading towards new progress. So... Libra. Libra. How are you feeling right now, Libra? With the moon card here, I do feel like with the moon card, I feel like there is an element here of feeling almost like you're very emotional, you're going up and down with your emotions. And I feel like here with the three of cups, there is an element here of feeling like I don't have much to offer, but you do. There's this element of like emotional stagnation, emotional kind of distance, feeling like you don't really have much to offer, like kind of putting down everything you have to offer. But realistically, you do have, you are valuable, you do have things of value to offer. I just feel like there's like this element of putting yourself down. You are quite emotionally stuck though, And with the Queen of Wands in reverse, there is some issues with communication, like lack of communication, not having communication coming in. So there is a lot of issues with communication. One thing I would say though is I feel like as you go forward, you will end up coming out of this a little bit more confident once you kind of pull through this though. Isn't the answer to the question you're asking about a yes or a no? I feel like it is a no, but it's a not at this time. So I feel like if you actually came back to this weeks down the line, or even possibly months down the line, you would get a different response. But it's a not at this time. And I feel like this is more to do with the fact that you've got a lot on your plate right now about yourself that you need to kind of solve and you need to kind of deal with. But don't see it as a permanent no, see it as a not at this time kind of thing. So we're going to go on now to Scorpio. Hello there, Scorpio. This is your yes or no reading. So, Scorpio, we're going to see how you feel first. Just get some resonation cards to feel how you're feeling right now. Scorpio, are you feeling a little bit like emotionally distanced? I don't want to say the word worthless, but I feel like you're feeling quite down, quite drained. You feel like things just never really play out for you, never really head in your direction. So there is this draining energy with you right now. Like, I'm feeling drained, I'm feeling down, I'm feeling like whenever I try anything, it never really pans out. That kind of perspective. Is it a yes or is it a no though? The answer to your question. So I do feel like this is a yes, but do know that this is going to take some time. You might need a little bit of compassion, a little bit of love, a little bit of care to kind of make you feel safe and secure right now. So you might need a little bit of TLC, a self-love, that kind of thing to help you with the sadness. Because I do feel like it's a little bit of an issue for you right now, is that sadness and feeling that self-love and finding that self-love. So there is that... Sorry, we've got a cat going into frame. So pets, animals are all about self-love and self-care. So yeah, you definitely need some self-love and some self-care right now. Definitely need some self-love and some self-care right now. So you need some comfort, you need to be taken care of. So there is this element here of I need some self-care, I need some self-love. So although this is a yes, it will take time. So feel free to always to reject this or to accept this. You have the power to change your reality. So Sagittarius. Can you tell me how Sagittarius are feeling right now? Feeling like very connected. Although you're stuck, although you have a lot of good people around you, you have a lot of good connection around you, you are kind of in this mindset of I feel a little bit stuck. I feel like I'm not really progressing. Like there's a little bit of level of frustration here with it. Although you do feel like, you know, you are happy with what you are able to achieve. Money wise, I feel like you are focused on that, even though you're not getting as much clarity as you would like to do with finances. But what about your actual question though? Is this a yes or is it a no? I do feel like it's a no at this time. It feels like there might be some sort of heartbreak or upset involved around it, so bear that in mind. That I feel like you might be kind of being a bit heartbroken or a little bit upset about the situation. So we're going to move on now to the next one, which is Capricorn. So Capricorn, how are you feeling like right now? How are you feeling right now? Just to get some resonation cards to make sure that this yes or no reading is for you. So you feel like you're surrounded by a lot of people, but they're not really telling you the truth. You feel a little bit like, I don't know if I can really trust anybody. I'm not sure if I can really trust what people say, what people do. I'm glad to be around people right now, but with the Page of Pentacles here, I do feel like there is a lot of people that really care about you, but they're a little bit immature. What about your yes or no question though? What's the answer to your yes or no question? I do feel like this is a no, and I feel like it would kind of drain your strength or drain your energy and make you miss out connections that would be better for you. So I do feel like this is a no, but as always, you can always kind of progress forward and move forward however you wish or however you want. So, as we do have the ability to change our reality and transform it. So Aquarius here. How are you feeling right now? Just to get some resonation cards to know if this reading is for you. How is Aquarius feeling right now? A little bit unloved. A little bit like they have to wait for ages for anyone to respond to them. Like left out in the cold. They're dealing with people acting very arrogant towards them, which is kind of triggering them and upsetting them quite a bit. I do feel like this is kind of an upset. I'm kind of miffed that people aren't really paying me attention. Not necessarily attention, but giving me the respect that I deserve or the respect I should be given. What about your answer though? Is it a yes or is it a no? I do feel like this is a yes, but do know you're going to have to do this on your own. You have to go on it on your own. So there is an element here of, although it is a yes, it's like you're having to do it yourself. You're having to go it on your own, and you're having to achieve things on your own. So next up we have got is Pisces. So Pisces, we're going to get some resonation cards for you so that you know whether or not this yes or no reading is for you. So how is the Pisces feeling right now? How are they feeling right now? They're feeling like finances is going quite well, like finances moving forward in the right direction. They might not have all the money that they want, but they can see a perspective of how they're going to earn more money, or how they're going to proceed to get more money or proceed their career forward. What about their yes or no question though? Is it a yes? Or is it a no? I do feel like this is a yes for the Pisces. They're going to have to take on a lot though. They're going to have to juggle a lot. Like there's a lot of moving parts or a lot of things they have to juggle. But it is a yes for you. But do know that you can always change the reality. We're always in control of a reality. So if you want to claim this reading, please just comment down below that I claim this 1111 or reject this.